Hi there. I forgot to record an intro for this episode, so bear with me for a second. Hi, I'm Dippity. This is my show, Taking a Dip, where I interview people from the competitive TF2 community, or just the TF2 community, or just in general. I haven't really decided yet on the scope of this thing. So a couple things before we get into this interview with Soapy that you're about to watch. I firstly wanted to give a big shout out to Tadawa and his roommates Big Cat and Leo for letting me use their space to record. I really appreciate that. Second of all, I'm going to RGB5 this weekend, and I'm going to be recording some interviews there as well. And hopefully those will come out relatively soon after we record them. They're going to come out before the episode with that I mentioned in my original TFTV post. I don't think or myself were really satisfied with how that turned out. So we're going to re-record that at some point in the future. So if you're a fan of I guess stay tuned or something. I don't know. That's all I got. Please enjoy this episode with Soapymeister. That's sick. Okay. Hold around here. I think we're good. Hello.
Hi.
It's about time. I think that this has been in the making for probably like 6 months. Right?
Well, I only knew about it for the past month.
No. I feel like I asked you about this so long ago.
No, it was probably, you probably told me about it.
It was
like,
after LAN.
It was definitely after LAN.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I remember you may have told me about it in like a Discord or something like that, but I remember you actually tweeted it out.
Yeah.
And I was interested.
Yes. I think I asked first, because I think originally and I was like, maybe we should do something together.
Right.
But I want to do it on my own because
You don't trust
No, I don't trust like that.
Okay,
yeah, I didn't trust like that. So this is my show. This is my show. Don't get it twisted. This isn't Soapy's show. It's mine or This is mine. My name's Dippity. I'm going to be interviewing you now.
I'm excited.
This is about TF2 stuff mainly. You don't have to swallow it. Just keep it like no, too far. A little bit better. Want to talk? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right.
Okay. So where to even begin, right?
Well,
cuz you're an interesting guy in my opinion, I think, because it's like you are an invite TF2 player. And you've made it, right? Like you've gone the whole gauntlet. Like you've gone from open to advanced to invite and all of that. But you've also been around for a really long time.
Believe it or not, I actually have been around for a long time. A
and
lot of people don't know, but I started playing this game in 2011.
Really?
Right as it went free to play, yes. I was 9 years old. How
old are you now?
Going to be 21 in 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow, you're younger than I thought. Okay, I'm old and decrepit for TF2 standards.
A little bit,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, because I've known of like the Soapymeister name for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like even before you like played sixes or pugs or anything like that, because I think you were friends with Indecency.
I used to play in the same, when I was really young, when I was like an actual squeaker, I used to play in the same orange server as Indecency.
Yes.
And also, you played on a team with Shiny, and I used to hang out in Shiny's mumble all the time, which is also probably how you also knew me.
Oh, okay. Right. Wow, we actually had like a lot of crossover without really knowing it.
Yeah, we did, and we both live in Texas.
We do. That's the only reason why we're here. If you live in Texas, by the way, and you want me to interview you and you have clout, only if you have clout, by the way. I don't on anyone. I'm using you for your clout right now.
I'm aware.
Anyways.
Hit Dippity up.
Yeah, hit me up. So that's what I was going to actually talk about, because I think I want to start at your beginnings, right. because obviously, I mean, like you said, you've been playing for a really long time.
Yeah.
2011. But it was never sixes.
It was never sixes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I waited until I think my first sixes log was actually put in 2013 on TF2 lobby.
Oh, okay. So you got a couple lobbies in.
I caught probably some of the last days of TF2 lobby, which is funny.
Okay.
Which is funny that we're mentioning that, because TF2 Center.
Yes.
TF2 Center.
They're gone now.
They are allegedly. Someone might buy it. It's still up on the. It's still like up in the air.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
Maybe. I mean,
Okay.
You never really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I caught the last couple lobbies on TF2 lobby. I remember one day I didn't even know it went down because I didn't frequent TFTV. I didn't know anyone. I just ended up on TF2 lobby.
Did you have the profile description where it's like your TF2 lobby and then like the print or the colon and then your number or whatever?
I
it is?
probably do. I don't remember it. I never put it. Like
I never
Steam
played
bio.
lobby.
Yeah, you really never played lobbies?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all lost on me.
Yeah, I caught the last couple of TF2 lobbies. Again, I think I found out about it through Star actually. Star underscore.
Oh,
Stir. Yeah. He made a couple of videos talking about it and like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I found out. At that time, I was only playing Orange. I had like the worst computer ever. I was probably like, I was probably running
That's the
TF2
standard.
at like
when you're in middle school, you're on mom's laptop.
Yeah.
You're on mom's laptop and you just want a game.
It's like
the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS is not something
it's not
something that you care about.
Yeah.
And it's not something that like you don't think about anything beyond that either.
It's the simple times. If you
we'll never get that back.
I really wish someone never told me that ping existed. I wish I knew that everyone had the same ping. I
I think you talk about ping more than most people I know.
Well, okay. Then we'll get to that later.
Okay.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I started playing TF2 lobby. Then when it shut down, I didn't know where to go. I eventually ended up hearing about TF2 Center through probably TFTV. But yeah, I basically just kind of didn't commit to playing on teams, like actually, playing UGC or ECA at the time. Mainly just because I played ice hockey growing up.
Okay.
I played ice hockey, and I also it's also when you're young, it's like hard to play on a team because the reason why is because
the internet's scary. There's people on there who my mom don't like.
Yeah,
they wouldn't like these people that I talk to now.
Well, mom might not even let me on the PC past.
That's a good point. That's true too.
When I heard scrim start at for us it's Central Time, so like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no
chance.
No chance.
I'm in bed at night.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I got like school.
I got track practice in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta wake up for school, and then I have hockey practice after, and then I gotta do homework.
Yeah,
and then you're asking me to play TF2 after. I'm a weekend. At this point, I'm a weekend warrior. Okay.
I actually kind of just put this together. You played ice hockey, but you're born and raised in Texas.
Correct.
Did you play with a club, or was it like?
So I played on a club called the Houston Wild. We actually ended up
represent. Shouts out.
Yeah, we actually got to be pretty good. We got second in state. Didn't qualify for nationals, which forever will haunt me. But yeah, that was when I was like 14, and after that I think is right when I just kind of was like, maybe I think I'm done. Because
do you think that spawned like a demon inside of you?
Probably like no.
where you just like had to like be competitive at things.
Well, I think that's when I started becoming more competitive.
That's what
things.
I mean.
Yeah. Maybe to some degree, but
okay.
I was gonna say that like back then I wasn't as competitive, and then losing maybe that kind of sparked something in me. Because right around the time I stopped playing ice hockey is about when I started taking sixes seriously. It's like when I started, because like I was always playing TF2 Center. I was always like I was a weekend warrior, as I said.
Yeah.
I was just playing during the weekends, and like during the week I was just like pub or something like that.
Well, hold on a second. Wait. I got to back up because it wasn't just sixes that you did before all of this, right? And because what I knew you as, and kind of what I still know you as, is a b-baller, is a b-baller and a jumper, mainly because I think b-ball is the most underappreciated
it is
secondary TF2 game mode.
Yeah, and
it's like everyone that plays it and like has grinded it is a maniac.
Yes, it's so good. It is a secret. I genuinely think b-ball is a secret to getting good at TF2. I'm going to name a couple players, okay? Off the dome. So this is I'm naming them off the dome. This isn't every single, b-ball player that played Invite. I might be missing a couple. And Prim, Laz, Blaze, Platinum, Banny, Shade.
Are we talking like grinding it consistently?
Played it like pretty often, yeah. Was always on the servers.
Okay.
I didn't know this. A couple current players, Nubby from EU. Who else am I thinking of? I think Josh played it a little bit.
Did Poppy?
I don't think Poppy played it. I don't think Sil played it.
My fault.
Who else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting a couple names, but the point is,
you know who when I played b-ball, who the first person I ever, like the comp player that I ever played against was in b-ball? It was Sideways Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, Sideways played b-ball.
Diced me up.
He's good.
I was like, this guy's in this. I'm not ready.
He's good.
I'm not ready for what this game has to offer to me. Yeah. I needed like more time. I played UGC Iron.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, but you played b-ball.
I played b-ball. I think it's a good game mode for new soldiers to really like begin to master the mechanics.
Okay.
Because if you want to be good at b-ball, you have to have good movement, you have to have good aim, and you have to understand that your teammates matter, and you won't win if you're playing like for the sole purpose of.
But it's my teammates' fault.
Yeah, maybe
I should be winning.
Yeah, but what if you're the teammate that is at fault?
Why would you say that? That's not true.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So.
Because you're perfect.
Well, don't make me blush. Listen, I think that b-ball is one of the. I think it kind of teaches people how to be swaggy.
It does. It teaches you mechanics. I've always said like.
But it's like in a different way than like MGE does.
It does. Yeah. Because well, in MGE you can have like bad jumps but still win MGE, right? Like you can still like be good at MGE.
That's what I mean.
Poor jumps. Like I mean. But with b-ball, you have to be well-rounded. You have to know how to jump, and you have to know how to aim to like actually be useful and actually be good.
It's like
take for example Laz. Laz is like Mr. Mechanics. Like he like perfect aim, perfect movement, and he grinded b-ball. He grinded
everything though. Like he was an MGer too. I thought. Like
yeah, he was an MGer and jumper, but I think at heart, I think he was at the very very beginning. He was a b-baller.
It's like. You can almost divide soldiers into categories. It's like, are you an MGE or are you a b-baller? You know, it's like what?
There's more to it. I think there's some people that don't do either that eventually end up making it to like invite prim, but they I'm about to get toxic, but they don't really ever make it to the top. It's usually you're either an MG player or a b-baller. But if you're like, I feel like if you're only a sixes player, like you only played sixes and nothing else, and you just like. That's where you get your mechanics from. It's kind of hard for you to get to the top because you know you're so hyper focused on you know the team aspect and not like the individual aspect, like actually improving your aim and stuff like that. If that makes sense. Yeah.
No, I understand that because but that's another point though, is that a lot of these people that you've mentioned, like if they are b-ballers, it's like do people even play b-ball anymore? Like I don't think are there active servers like there are MGE servers. I didn't think so. It's like the other one that I was thinking of, I forgot to mention, is Ulti Duo, right? I think Ulti Duo, you know, I compared it's like, are you a b-baller or are you an MGer? I think it's more appropriate to say, are you a b-baller or an Ulti Duoer?
Yeah,
because
that's a better way to put
I think Ulti Duo kind of teaches you how to. It's like if b-ball teaches you how to be swaggy, Ulti Duo teaches you how to be really lame.
I think Ulti Duo is more applicable for medics.
Like in terms of practical skill.
Yeah. I think medic is. If you've ever actually played Ulti Duo and if you're good at it, you'll know that medic is the class in Ulti Duo. Soldier doesn't really, because you can just like tank infinite damage if your medic hits every arrow.
That's true. Yeah.
You think it's like all the best like Ulti Duo medics are, they're good at Ulti Duo because they carry on medic. And they just they hit every arrow. They track Ubers perfectly. But their soldier can be terrible. But as long as he like eventually kills the other guy, because if you're med diffing the other med, you'll just win.
It's like I feel like because Ulti Duo is so much more slow paced as well. It's a lot more spam practice, and it's like the air shots that you go for are like, well, it's a guy jumping from low ground at you, and it's not really that much of an execution test. It's like kind of, can you do the bare minimum, I guess.
Well, in b-ball, you're both on the low ground. It's just a flat terrain with walls. And you can wall shot.
In b-ball to shotgun switch?
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Well, shotgun jump. I think shotgun switching is like okay. But shotgun, when you jump up the air and shotgun someone, that's like, you're a loser if you do that.
So for but for Ulti Duo though, I feel like you it's like if you want to win. Yeah. I feel like that's it's kind of like the gloves are off. Yeah. Like you kind of do what you got to do to win an Ulti Duo.
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough then. Listen, I'm a scout player, so I have no horse in this race.
Mm-hmm.
But that
I mean, you can be an MGE player as a scout. I feel like for scouts, it's MGE or DM. Which one are you? I think you're a DM player.
I'm a DMer.
Yeah.
100%. I hated MGE.
So I hate both, but I enjoy DM more.
Dude, I think DM is like just where it's at.
So I think DM. I enjoy DM more if like the people in the server are human.
Yeah. Okay.
If there's like aliens in the server, it's unplayable.
Let's talk about something really quick, guys. If you play DM and there aren't health packs in DM anymore.
They're not.
You don't have to run away to go find one.
Yeah, you don't.
They won't be there.
If you die, you spawn.
You
full
actually
health and full
respawn
ammo.
and you have full health.
Yeah.
You don't have to run away from a fight because guys, it's not sixes.
Yeah.
It's DM.
Doesn't matter.
Let's practice.
Yeah.
Let's like get better together.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. And no one wants to have a good time
Agreed.
anymore.
No, I agree.
No,
no one wants to have.
No one. Why won't anyone have a good time with me anymore? I have a lot to say about DM.
Right.
I think DM is great. I think MGE is, from what I can tell, it's like there's no Reddit MGE anymore. There's no AS anymore. But it just seems like it's like the people who are good at MGE now, and this is shots fired, are like, you'll be like, damn dude, this guy is 2600 elo.
Yeah.
He played in
Maine last season.
Yeah, like.
I'm looking at you.
Some of them.
I'm looking at you, Kobe 1920. You suck. I'm just kidding. Kobe's the GOAT. But that is true. That is a real thing. There are like MGE lords that are like literally just like main players. And
I mean, it's like if you have fun playing MGE.
That's one thing.
Yeah, that's fine. And it's like, but it's to say that it's like your skill in MGE directly translates to competitive. I mean, this is preaching to the choir. I don't think anyone thinks this unless you're delusional. But it's like it doesn't translate.
Yeah, I mean, it does to some degree if you play it correctly, but if you're like playing to win, if you play MG enough, you stop getting good at aiming, you start getting good at MGE, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It stops becoming applicable if you're,
And unfortunately, I think that's sort of started to happen a bit with DM as well.
A little bit.
I think
so, true.
I think it's like, again, because you get past it, it's like now, this wasn't always, maybe we do need health packs, because now you get health back from assists, and you also get health back from like just passive regen.
I mean,
so you can kind of just run away.
The guy that makes me the maddest in DM is not the guy that tunnels me. The guy that is a walking health pack on my team that just misses.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the guy that makes me mad.
Yeah.
But I think that's a personal gripe.
You're just like, I mean, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
I actually,
like that?
I can relate to what you're saying right now in a very good way. Shouts out to the people who practice sticky traps in DM Sin Karma, and Tashim.
And does Tashim do it? Does Tashim do that?
He did it because he thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny.
But then I think it's like, you do it for so long that at some point you're just kind of like, I mean, is it really a joke anymore? Because you're just doing it.
You're just doing it. You're just wasting hours of your day doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. So
what if you spent this time with your pipes out?
But that's what they do, though, is they keep the pipes out and then they put sticky traps up, and it's like, well, I mean, I'm not just going to not sticky this wall. I have to defend myself. There's no one around me. It's like, what else am I going to do? Like, hold forward? No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
And you know what, too? They always do it. They always bomb me, so I may as well.
Yeah. And I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Right.
I think you're a problem.
You think I'm a problem? I think I know what you're about to say. I think I know exactly what you're about to say.
I think that there is a new problem with Soldier.
There is a new problem with Soldier.
And it's called the Market Garden.
Right.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it one bit.
I kind of like it. I think you have to be really good to actually make it broken.
I think
there's like 3 or 4 players.
That's not the problem I have with it.
What's your problem?
The problem I have with it are the people who think they got the sauce.
Oh, but they feed. But eventually they'll learn.
If I see one more guy in my pickup games he's got like 1 rocket loaded, it's like, man, you could go out doing something.
You shoot that rocket and you'll help your teammates. But what if he hits
the funny spoon? What
if he double beat hop drops the medic?
No one can do that unless you're Jay.
But I've done it.
Unless you're Jay. And if I see one more guy land in betwixt three people.
He goes for spoon on like
the
on the scout.
Spoon's nothing.
Yeah.
And then he dies. I'm on his cam. I punch my desk every time, dude. I punch my desk. Don't do that. Just give up. Use the escape plan, please. It's fine. The escape plan's a good weapon. You run away faster.
Okay, honestly, that's a fair point. People griefing your pugs is like a fair point to hate the market gardener.
Yes.
But for the people that say it's overpowered, I think it's overpowered in the right hands.
Okay.
I do think it's overpowered. But here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. There's like 3 or 4 soldiers in the game right now that are like genuinely good with the spoon. One of them is in Europe and can't use it because they banned it in Europe.
What a happy place that must be for them.
Yeah, sitting on last double banner sentry gun. That's really
sounds like a great time to me. I think
I'm just kidding.
I think my problem with it is that there's no other weapon in the game that besides sniper, but I will compare it to sniper in a second. There's no other weapon in the game that it erases your life like instantly. No,
like backstabbing people. But that's kind of. I think it's harder.
But it's like it's on. Well, first of all, I think the bee hopping thing alone, I think is a problem.
That's skillful though.
You just press your mouse wheel, man. You just scroll your mouse wheel.
It's still hard. I mean, it makes it easier, but it's still like not like free. Like you still have to practice to be good at it. Like it took me a while to like actually hit consistent speed.
Took you a while?
Yeah, it did.
Some people learn slower than others.
Yeah.
It's the thing is that it's such a perfect fallback if you're kind of in a bad situation, right? And
it's a get out of jail.
And there are some things that I see, and granted, I think Jae Hyun Pai is one of the best to ever do it on multiple classes.
Yeah.
I think he is a legend.
He's a goat, yeah.
But he's an asshole because if I see the clip, like when he just like kind of shallow jump, like speed, it's weird. It's almost like a horizontal jump.
That's why he's good at it. Yeah. Because he's horizontal.
I hate that. Yeah. That's stupid. I don't think he should be able to do that.
And you think he's an asshole because he's giggling after he spoons your medic, after he drops your medic.
He should
And
apologize.
then he's giggling.
He's
laughing at you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You're going in his next YouTube video.
Shouts out. And I think that's a problem.
You think spin's a problem?
I think so. I think it's like the part of the rationale in my head for it. It's like if I had to come up with a counter argument, is that sniper does exist. You know, it's like sniper is a class that can one shot kill any other class in the game.
But that's aim.
Exactly.
Market Gardener's movement.
Market Gardener's movement, and there's not that many people that can do it. But the problem is that to kill on sniper, I have to respawn and get on it. You know, it's like Market Gardener is something that I can just have literally in my back pocket at all times.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think learning to be like actually insane with the spoon is a little bit more difficult than learning how to be good at sniper. Maybe if you're, it depends. Well,
just join Uncle Topia, man.
Well, you join Uncle Topia to play sniper as well.
Fair point.
And there's also more things that can like deny you if you're like just penciling with the spoon.
So it's I guess
it's hard using the spoon against like scouts like Banny or Brand Slam who are like very good at like containing soldiers. Mm-hmm. So it's not like while in sniper you feel the pressure of like soldiers bombing you, but you get the first shot for free because they don't know you're on sniper. Mm-hmm. Or like it's not confirmed that you're on sniper. They have suspicions, but it's not confirmed that you're on sniper. So you get that first shot for free.
Yeah, that's fair. And again, I guess that you brought up Spy as well. Yeah. And it's like Spy is kind of in a similar vein where you can just one-shot people. I think it's mainly just my problem with Market Gardener in that it is so accessible and easy. Mm-hmm. And that it's like it's so...
Well, it's not easy, but it's like you have it at all times if that's what you mean by easy.
Yeah, it's like you can kind of just keep going for it.
Right.
Is the problem. And it's like... You can run out of rockets, go for a Market Gardener, say like you're high bombing, right?
Right.
And that's like a totally fine play because you're high bombing and you're trying to sink, and then you just kind of bring out the Market Gardener. Here's a question: this is a little tech tip? Is melee affected by ping?
I don't know the specifics on it, but I just know it registers later when I have high ping. I mean, I don't necessarily.
If you have high ping.
If you have I'm at high ping. If you have it, I mean, I think just in general the game is harder on high ping. I don't think it matters like that much unless you literally have like 100 ping. Like if you have like over 100 ping, I think that's when it starts to matter a little bit. But yes, if you have 100 ping, you're going to have to swing way sooner on your own screen in order for it to register.
Okay.
Because remember, market gardener is also like the challenge to a lot of people like honestly forget the stat line is the market gardener swings slower.
I did not know that.
the market gardener swings slower. So there is a hint of like timing that you have to get down to actually be good with it.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that like in the red text when you click?
It's in the red text, yeah.
Oh, they should make it a more readable color because I didn't know that.
Yeah, should make it maybe green.
I feel like that's normally used for something else
in
the stats, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's probably one of the worst feeling. As a pug scout,
right?
You've clicked, you've pressed class select, and you've hit 1 on your keyboard. You've played scout before. More than most people.
A couple times.
It doesn't feel good.
It does not feel good when you get spooned. It's actually very tilting because you are the person that can. That it's your job.
But sometimes it feels like
sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing as well is that
other than just like be better, play in a better position, there's nothing really you can.
But then sometimes it's like there's no audio.
Yeah.
It's like so this is something I've heard medics complain about.
Yeah.
I've actually I think I've heard LOL guys say this
probably. The LOL guy hates spoon.
Yeah, is that the part of being good at medic is listening more than just like seeing rockets. If you're trying to surf, right? Like you kind of have to position yourself or like you have to hear the bomb coming, and then even if you can't get a perfect surf off, you can anticipate it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe go for a random surf or maybe find the guy. I don't know. Right.
Or just dodge. A lot of medics don't even like surf nowadays. They just dodge instead. They don't even go for like surfs. Yeah.
I could do that.
You can do it.
I think you can't do that with a market gardener though. It's like I guess you could, but
you hear the rocket jump, but you don't hear the.
But nowadays,
the swing.
There are so many insane jumps that you can do where it's like the rocket jump's happening from, like, say, you're walking to mid. It's happening from the other team's second sometimes. Some of these jumps are crazy. Yeah. And unless you, this is super situational, but it's like that's another thing too. It's like you can't time a surf based off of a market gardener because 1, you can't surf it, 2, you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think about it. I think it's a problem.
Another thing, too, that I don't think you mentioned, and a lot of people don't know this, is if you're uncrouched and you're in the air and you take hit scan damage, you take less knockback if you were uncrouched than you would if you were crouched. That is a thing that a lot of people don't know. I learned about that in b-ball because people who'd shotgun jump me. Oh. People who'd shotgun jump me, I would just pencil. Your model is a pencil if you're not crouched.
Right.
I would pencil, and it would work better.
Oh. So is this why sometimes I see you dangling your feet like that?
Yeah.
And I thought you were just like not coded.
No, I am.
Okay, so you were actually thinking ahead of me at the time. That's okay. That's crazy. So fair enough. Mm-hmm. I think that it does. Do you think that your opinion also just kind of comes from somewhere that like maybe you just feel that Soldier isn't very good and just needs the buff?
Yeah, I mean maybe to some degree. I mean I'm a little biased. I don't think Soldier's bad. Like a lot. Soldier's in a bad class.
Yeah, watch what you say.
Soldier's a great class. Soldier's a great class, but not for the reason Scout's a great class. Not for the reason Demo's a great class.
Yeah, yeah.
You are going to eat shit sometimes. Sometimes you go 5-20. Yeah. But you can be the best but you can be the best player in the server if you go 5-20 sometimes. That's just how it is.
I think you might be the most dedicated to your play style out of anyone that is like in Invite. Because when I see you in Pugs, your stat line looks exactly the same as it does in Invite Grand Finals. Like you will just go 10-29.
Well, I think there's variation. Sometimes I'll go like 29-10, but usually most of the time I go 10-29.
Yeah, most of the time for sure.
Unless, listen.
Okay, yeah.
I actually don't respect this right now.
No. I'm just, these are just my memories of you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think, especially in Pugs, it happens more often than it does in matches where people just play for stats. People try and get 400.
Of course, yeah, of course. I mean, that's why else would you play for Pugs?
I'm not good at that. I'm bad at that. I'm really bad at that.
I'm not either, man. Yeah. And it's like, and they don't pick me anymore. I don't have clout or Riz or anything.
Yeah.
I don't even.
You don't have a Riz.
What does Riz mean?
It's charisma, man. You don't have that scout charisma.
There we go. Okay. Well, I don't got that anymore, man. I'm old. I'm like, I have a degree now.
You do have a degree.
Yeah, I can't like show up to Pugs at 2 a.m. now. Now some guy named like fucking Pussy Man. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? What's that all about?
He's the GOAT.
Yes. Okay. Speaking of sketchy things, we're gonna move on to another little segment. This is going to be something that I don't actually have a name for yet.
Right.
But we're going to, throughout these interviews, we're going to do things called mini game breaks.
Okay.
Okay. And this is our first mini game break. We're only going to do one.
Yeah.
Okay. And yours is going to be something I call ban or nah.
Ban or nah.
Ban or
So is this
nah.
like ban an item or nah?
No.
Okay.
No.
Ban a player or nah.
So, I'm going to show you 3 screenshots.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so this is like like anti-cheat.
They not necessarily.
Oh.
They are going to be. Let's set the stage a little bit.
Okay.
RGL sometimes what their bans, whether it be anti-cheat, whether it be morality,
racism.
Sometimes they don't act fast enough, or sometimes they don't act at all. Sometimes they act too quick.
Yeah.
I think we can do their job better.
You think so?
I think so too.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you 3 screenshots of 3 gray areas within the TF2 competitive morality spectrum that either did or did not result in a ban from RGL. I'll tell you if they got banned or not. But we're going to decide whether that was justified or not. Okay. So we'll go to the first one, and I'll give you the context as well. So first one. Do you know what this is?
This is Highlander. This is K&D versus
Fred.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it is Fred, yeah.
Okay. What do you think's going on here? What do you notice?
I think Fred is throwing.
You'd be right.
Yeah.
So I don't remember which season this is.
Season 4 or 5, I think.
So you remember this?
I think. Well, I don't know if I wasn't playing Highlander. I don't know as much about Highlander lore. I play it sometimes with like.
Okay.
I play on a team called MCM every now and again. Okay. There's just a couple friends.
Yeah.
They just so happen to be really good, but yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Highlander lore, but I do know about this, and I do know that this was either season 4 or season 5.
Okay. So I'll explain.
Yeah.
So basically, this is Invite Grand Finals Highlander, season 4 apparently. You were right. Red team is throwing.
Yeah.
This is Fred is throwing, and this was a casted match. I don't remember how many viewers it had, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was something between. I think it was hovering the 4-digit mark, from what I remember.
Hovering the 4-digit mark for Highlander.
It was a lot of views.
Wow.
If I'm wrong, shut up. But I think I'm right. And
definitely 3 digits though, for sure.
Oh, 100%. No, I mean this is Invite Grand Finals, and so red team Fred was the lower seed.
Correct.
Blue team's the higher seed. Red team Fred thought it would be funny to throw.
A couple jokesters,
and they threw Invite Grand Finals while it was casted, and it was over in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's this was not received very well by the RGL administration at the time, and every person on the throwing team received a 2-year ban.
Correct.
One player on this team was unbanned because
Carson, I think
it was Chad 420. Chad 420 was unbanned because within a week, because he was a ringer.
Okay.
And he wasn't throwing. Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah, I'd find that harder to believe.
He went 10-46.
No, he went 6-28 actually. That's a worse ratio.
Oh.
The ratio is actually
worse. I was looking
worse.
at the wrong guy. I was looking at Captain Jack.
Yeah. Well, actually, the ratio is generally the same.
Do you know who Doug is? Bad. That's Fusion.
Doug. It's Fusion.
Do you know who that is?
Yes, I think he also played. Wait, no. Well, there's multiple Fusions. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
This is goated Fusion. Anyways,
okay.
So Chad 420 got unbanned because he was a ringer and he made a compelling case for this on TFTV. You can I'm sure you can find that and read about that if you want. But he was unbanned, and then another player. Okay, basically, this was received so poorly by RGL administration that not only were these people banned, they were their winnings were withheld. Yeah. So they didn't get paid.
That should be the case. Yeah, I think it's fair.
Okay. And so one of the players on Fred tried to charge back his
Pablo.
Yes.
Yeah.
He charged back his his fees. Yeah. His fees. And that got him perma'd.
Yeah.
Now eventually he was unbanned, and this is where this is the end of the context essentially. Is he was eventually unbanned, but so is everyone else. I think it was lessened to about a year. Yeah. I think maybe a year and change. I don't know. They didn't do the full 2 years, but they were all banned. Where do you think this is a justified ban? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm gonna take what you said about the 4-digit thing. What if those are people like newer players that want to get into competitive TF2 and that's what they see? Like, why? Just turn them away, right? That's garbage.
I guess so. Yeah. It's like when you think of it from that perspective, and granted, RGL's rules are relatively thorough, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a rule that was like you have to try. In a
I mean, I feel like that's kind of pretty obvious.
Especially in like invite grand final sixes, Highlander, Pro-Lander, whatever. Yeah. I think that you want to represent the league well.
Yeah. Especially in grand finals too, where you have a bunch of viewers.
And again, their reasoning for it was just that it was funny. Kind of was. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't think it's really that funny.
You don't?
Nah, I don't like throwing, honestly.
I thought it was kind of funny.
You really think this is funny? I mean, maybe it's a little.
Well,
funny.
Listen, man. Listen. You got that dog in you, and I do have that dog in me too.
To some degree, I think it can be funny.
Maybe it's just because it's Highlander. Honestly,
I mean,
I think it's like if this happened in sixes, I think I'd probably be a lot more upset.
Yeah, I think Highlander's a little garbage, but I do think.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but there's plenty of people. What if new Highlander players are watching this?
Highlander's a good game mode. I think it to some. I think okay. Let me rephrase this. I think the culture around Highlander is not great. I think the way
it's different.
It's definitely different. I don't think it's great.
Okay.
I don't think Six's culture is that great either, but I think it's way better than Highlander culture.
Okay.
But what were we talking about again? We were talking about if this is justified.
Yeah, well, justified or not? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think I think the 2-year ban is fair. I think the chargeback thing. You commit to a full season. You play all the matches. You play even grand finals. You pay that money with the intent to make it to grand finals, right? Especially on a team this good. And your decision was to throw grand finals. That was your decision, right? And you made that commitment to pay the league fees, right? Why are you paying money to lose? What is that? Like, why are you paying money to just throw grand finals? I don't know if this is a decision later on this season, probably was, but you need to, like...
Maybe it was just that unwinnable, and them saying it would have been close.
I don't think it's that unwinnable.
Maybe they thought it was... Maybe it's copium, though. Maybe they knew they were going to get owned.
Maybe, but, like, this team isn't terrible, I don't think, like, to some degree. Like, this is Pablo, this is Flu Walrus, Carson.
Do you know Carson's, like, one of the most, like, earning people in all of RGL?
Yeah,
he's so high up there because he's won
like every season of Highlander.
Yeah,
so. And he also gets Pro-Lander winnings. And Pro-Lander winnings are inflated.
Pro-Lander
winnings are. That's why he's up there probably.
That's funny.
But yeah, I mean Carson's a good player, but it's just like so are the rest of the people on this team. I'm pretty sure. I don't know everyone on this team, but I do recognize some names, and most of the names I recognize have won Highlander before, and this is a very winnable match. I feel like yeah, blue team has like Demento and Kresnik and Zuki and. Who's Aiden? Is that Etnia, I guess? Yeah, so like they have blue team has good players too, but it's not unwinnable. I think it's only unwinnable if you're just not in playoffs and you somehow found your way into grand finals.
Now
if you make playoffs, if you make playoffs, you should try to win, right? I mean,
here's a hypothetical for you. Look at the date, April 20th.
Yeah,
420.
420. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
COVID had just started.
Yeah.
What if they were, they're getting kind of that COVID
depression
early on, and it's 420.
Yeah.
They get a little,
maybe a little
crazy.
Well, I mean,
what if they weren't in their right mind?
Well, again, you pay the league fees, you play the whole season, and you expect to make grand finals, and
Maybe that's why they got a lessened sentence, because they pled insanity.
Maybe. I mean, we'll never know, right? But it's yeah. I think this man's justified. I'll be
okay.
Real.
Yeah, I think
I think maybe 2 years is a lot, but
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think
definitely a year.
I think the only thing holding me back from saying the 2 years justified personally is that now if this was 9 people who were like in their first invite season and they do this shit and they don't have any record of it, I think that's maybe a little bit more reasonable. But not to say that everyone on this server is like perfect. Yeah. But as far as I know, none of these people have a history of throwing invite grand finals. And it's like if it's your first time doing that, and they've been there before, and it's your first time doing that, maybe that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I feel like
these people have been there before.
Yeah, maybe I just feel like that makes you deserve less than a 2-year. But maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate, perhaps.
I don't know. I mean,
doing some mental gymnastics here.
I mean, definitely a 1 year ban. I'd say. I think 1 year.
I think that's fair, and that's what they ended up getting. In
but
the end.
The chargeback thing, I definitely do think.
The perma. Do you think the perma is justified?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not really my place to say, but you definitely need an increased sentence.
Do you think that their entire winnings should have been withheld as well? I wouldn't be surprised if that's in writing within the rules. So that makes a little bit of sense.
So if you get enough penalties, your winnings start getting taken from you. I know that.
Has that always been the case?
I don't know if it's always been the case, but it's definitely a more recent thing.
Okay.
It has happened to teams before.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a recent thing because of stuff like this. Like kind of.
Maybe.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe.
I don't know. We don't have all the facts here.
That's not me.
Yeah, we don't do our research here.
Yeah.
That's
off the dome.
That's for nerds.
That's for nerds.
Yeah. All right, justified ban.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
All right, next one. Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Next one. So we have some censored screenshots here. We have so for some context, we have an anti-cheat detecting someone for trigger botting.
Right.
Big no-no.
Yeah.
If you cheat in RGL, that's actually not allowed, and you can get banned for it.
It is not allowed.
If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
So what we have here is a well-known
Sin Karma.
A well-known invite player.
Yeah.
This is not Sin Karma, for the record.
I think I know who this is.
You do know who this is.
Can I say who it is or no?
I'm gonna bleep it if you do.
Okay, I won't say it.
But it's not Sin Karma.
But I know who it is.
Sin Karma, you escaped this time.
I do think Sin Karma's cheating. He was cheating. I don't know if he's cheating right now, but.
Anyways,
back to the point.
So what we have here is an invite player who, during a night of scrims, these are from 2 separate maps.
Correct.
I took these screenshots at the end of the demos. So in one demo, actually, I think that one of them's cut off here. Yeah. In one of the demos, he was detected 13 times for triggerbot, and for another demo, he was detected 7. And I believe there was a third map where he was also getting detected, but I don't remember. Or I didn't get a screenshot of that. So take that for what you will. That being said, some more context needs to be provided. I think that a lot of people don't really know. If you do know what Stack Anti-Cheat is, it is a community-made anti-cheat by Steph. And she's done a pretty good job with how everything works. I think it's relatively simple, but when it does the job, it does the job. And you can put it on your server. It's free. It's on GitHub. She does a lot of work on it, so it's no harm in not using it. Yeah. Basically, the way triggerbot detection works is it's very simple. It only detects, or at least the way it used to detect triggerbot, was through single frame inputs. So it's like if a attack 1 input was only detected for 1 frame, something like this would occur. Or an attack 2 input would occur. Yeah. It would also detect that. Yeah. In this case, for those of you who have eyeballs, you can see that plus attack 2 is occurring, not attack 1. So this is a right click. Yeah.
So this is a debt.
So this is a debt.
So is this?
So this narrows it down for those who are astute. But I'm never saying I'm not a narc. Yeah. But this is attack 2, and so this is a single frame debt. The other demo that was in the server was not detected a single time. Yeah. This person played on that server again, I believe, either the next week and was not detected at all.
Really?
I don't remember how soon that was. This screenshot is about as old as the last one. It was somewhere in like late 2020, I think, from
COVID.
It might, yes, it might have even been 2021.
Yeah.
But definitely over a year and a half ago.
Was I an invite while this was being? You don't know?
No.
Okay.
I was not playing at the time. So so you might have been, actually.
Maybe.
Yeah. So this is a auto det being detected, or essentially that's the gist of it. It's just right click being detected in a single frame input, which indicates auto det being used. It's kind of undeniable when it gets detected because it's incredibly hard to replicate. I had a friend of mine who, after this happened, tried to get a false positive on this server for over an hour.
Really?
Just like
did he ever do it?
No,
like even once?
Not
once.
Time. No.
So
trying to det as fast as you can, and they couldn't get a single.
So that is basically like it's the time it takes between like a person running on the sticky and then him deading, or like him becoming in a radius and taking damage and him deading.
So from what I understand, the way it works is that like when you hit mouse 1 or mouse 2, if you're a normal gamer, mouse 1 is attack, mouse 2 is special, which is either det or zoom in or whatever. And what it checks for, and it's like when you click mouse 1, and if I'm saying this incorrectly, whoever is working on this anti-cheat, I'm sorry, but this is how I understand that it works, is that you are not putting one input in. You cannot click your mouse for a frame.
Yeah.
Like you just can't do it. It's not something. It's like that. That's like a. How many frames are in a second? That's not many.
Yeah.
There's a lot of frames in a second. So odds are you'll be sending more than one input to the server. So this is detecting for only one frame.
For
input.
one frame.
So this is the one attack 2 input is being sent to the server right now. This is a det being sent to the server that you are detting.
Yeah.
And that you are presumably killing someone or at least doing damage. And that's not how you do it. That's not normal. That's not normal. This is not normally.
This is not normally.
Check his computer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we're doing like a ban or nah scenario, I definitely do think this is the fact that this happened and not very many people. I knew about it, but I forgot about it. The fact that I forgot about it is is an issue. I don't know how.
Not many people know about this,
so
but you do now. I'm in your brain.
But I don't know who it is. But I know. I think I know who it is. I could be wrong, but
you're not.
Yeah. So my thing is like, how did this not? What happened? Like what happened here? Did you report?
So no. This wasn't me. This was. I wasn't the one that found this. The person who did find it, I believe they did report it.
Yeah. Are they anonymous? You don't want to say their name?
No. Okay. They did report it, and nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
I mean, well, obviously not, right? He's still here, and but maybe
he might be then.
But and it's so here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a community-made anti-cheat.
It is.
But it's made pretty well. And when it works, it works. I
don't
think false positives.
Were there any updates to the anti-cheat when your friend was testing it?
No. Same version. No.
Same
version. Yeah.
Same version.
Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, I don't know.
We tested it
same
within
exact
a few weeks
server. Same exact server.
I believe so. Yeah. I might be wrong. I don't remember. It was over a year ago.
Was it really the same server? Because you know what server it is. Probably not. But regardless, I don't know if that really like.
The problem that I have though is that
nothing was done.
One, as far as we know,
nothing
was done. But then two, nothing happened with the other demo because I feel like if it was a server or a ping issue, well, again, it shouldn't be a ping issue because the way I've asked the developer about this, and from what I understand, it can't be a ping issue because it's like just because you have high ping or low ping or whatever, your internet's being spotty.
Yeah,
your inputs get sent to the server. It's not like you drop inputs. Like they just might happen at like weird times or something. So that wouldn't really explain it. If it was the server, I feel like that it would be the other person too. You know, it's like they would be spitting out false positives kind of all over the joint. Yeah, but it wasn't. It was only this guy.
I mean, I don't know.
I think at the very least, in my opinion, we'll get to your opinion in a second. I think that at the very least, it should shine a spotlight on this person, and they should like have their demos requested nonstop.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
I think. I don't necessarily know if it should result in a ban, though.
Further investigation, I think,
absolutely.
is absolutely. The fact that, and also maybe it's good that this didn't blow up, because if it did, I think, well.
Hard to say.
It's hard to say. I'll say further investigation needs to be pursued.
This is a gray area.
Yeah, I think so. It's just like, because like you do the devil advocate points, I think are like very fair. Like it only happened for one night. It hasn't happened again, to our knowledge.
To our knowledge, yeah.
To our knowledge. I don't know. Yeah, I think further investigation is needed. I think you kind of covered all the bases. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Just know they're out there.
They're out there.
They're out there, and they're ruining your games, and you just think they're better than them. They're better. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, you are the best player in the server.
Everyone else is illegitimate, and you need to check them's computer. Yep. Okay, next one. So hold on before we go to the next one.
Yeah.
You value integrity of the game.
Do I value integrity of the game?
That's what it sounds like.
To some degree, yeah, I'd say so.
What if this happened? What if this happened to one of your teammates?
To Logan?
I don't know, maybe.
Logan's insane. I don't think you'd ever.
What if something similar happened to one of your teammates?
I mean, yeah, I'd say if it. Well, it has happened actually.
Well, let's get to it then.
Okay.
Here we go. This is our next one.
That is one of my teammates actually.
Yep, this is one of your teammates.
But I was talking about another teammate.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want me to? I'll cover. You want me to cover it now, or let's cover it now?
We'll just everyone can digest this.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I played on a team with Howard, HHH Word. If you don't know who Howard is, HHH Word. He I don't want to say he was being witch hunted. However, he had to record every single one of his POVs, streaming his own. Like he had to go through his files before every scrim.
Really?
And OBS screen record, display capture. All of his scrims from Season 6 4 gaming, halfway through that, to when we beat Mal in playoffs, Season 7. So basically for an entire season, he had to screen record his game and show his files and everything.
Okay.
Every scrim, every match, every server he joined.
Wow.
Yes.
Get destroyed.
So that's why I think when people say Howard is cheating, they don't know. How
good did he play?
He played fine. I don't. He wasn't like goated. I don't think he was terrible either. I mean, he played medic. It was just medic. He also. I mean, the thing is too is like on Ford he played scout too. So which is a very like is an easier class to kind of judge if someone's like cheating. But on medic, like a lot of people accuse him of like I think Kev, who's a known cheater, accused him of something along the lines of like whenever you open up your like client, your game lags and like you stutter like in the ground. And Kev said it's the same type of stuttering that Howard was having. But when Howard got new internet, it stopped happening. So I think it was just his internet. I don't know. It's hard to explain because I don't entirely know everything like Howard was doing that season, but and
yeah,
I think like
I listen. I
think something like that. If we were to go back a slide, I think that would be an applicable like form of like dealing with this kind of a situation.
Sure. Yeah. And for all we know, it could have happened. I mean.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know. We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. So, anyways, I will say, as a resident autist, I tend to watch a lot of demos. I have not watched many of Howard's demos.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have no opinion about that, really, or nothing firm.
Yeah.
This is facts, though. This is one of your old teammates. One of your teammates that you had when I played you in Advanced. Rick Rigatoni. Resident pug player, all around personality.
Yeah, he's a personality.
He's a personality for sure.
He's a guy.
Known guy.
He's a known guy. He's
If you don't know him, he's kind of he's never really played a full season.
Yeah, no, he played my season. He played a full season my season. However, he's never like outside of that, I don't think he's played a full season. Rick Rigatoni is a character.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse, and I say that because he doesn't play seasons, but he's like a notorious pug player.
Right.
Sometimes he's the best player in the pug. Sometimes he griefs the pug. But
exactly.
The thing with Rick is, yeah, this is fishy. I'll let you take this.
Right.
Away.
Okay. So essentially, the context here is this is the same anti-cheat that detected our friend from the last slide.
Yeah.
Banning Rick Rigatoni's alt on DM.
Right.
And for what is something called P silent. It's perfect silent. It means
silent aim.
Silent aim that you can't detect from spectate, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
You would probably want to use that if you're cheating.
Yeah.
He got banned, and this is his alt, and this is him. I believe. I don't think there. Oh no, there. So there is a date. This ban happened in
2020.
November 27th, 2020.
It's almost Christmas time.
And which probably ruined his Christmas. I can imagine.
Might have ruined his Christmas.
That's. I mean,
that's horrible.
Sheesh.
This guy's the Grinch, actually, if you think about
it. Everything makes sense. And then over a year later, he makes an appeal on the anti-cheat. So the people who also make the anti-cheat also host a bunch of servers. They're called the spaceship servers. They do MG and DM. Rick Rigatoni was permanently banned from all of them, and like a year and change later, he appealed his ban and he admits to cheating with a friend a long time ago. Yeah. And he links his main account, and it was unbanned. And a long time had passed at that point to make that appeal. So at that point, it's kind of like, I don't know what the legal terms for that is, but it's like, well, happened a while ago.
Yeah.
It is unbanned. He recently won Advanced.
He did. He won it a couple days ago, yeah.
He has a tendency, in my opinion, to be insanely inconsistent. When he's good, he's pretty unstoppable, and when he's bad, it's like kind of crazy that it's even the same person.
So I think the way I'll describe Rick is he's all
aim. My opinion, by the way.
He's all aim, no brain. I don't think he's smart, but he has great mechanics.
Shots fired.
Well, I mean,
he won Advanced.
Advanced.
I won Advanced.
You did win Advanced.
It was cool when I. Anyways, what?
So
yeah.
So the thing with Rick here is I mean, he served a what is that, about a year or so, like a year and a half, year and change or so. It's hard to say. I don't know. I haven't seen the clip. But he straight up admitted to it that he was messing around with cheats. It's a sticky situation. I don't know. It's hard to it's hard to comment on this really, like what.
So the thing that I have to say, and this is, I'm using, unfortunately, Rick is kind of a springboard here for a broader topic. It's like, if you find out that someone cheated and is admitted to cheating, maybe not necessarily in a scrim, but definitely like in TF2, should that prompt like an investigation on you at the bare minimum?
Yeah, I think it should.
Do you think that you should get like what you were describing with Howard?
Yes, I think so. The thing with Rick is he doesn't, at this time he wasn't playing seasons, which makes it a very hard.
This was after our season. Ours was over the summer.
Yeah, but so
our season being season 3 of RGL.
Season 3 Advanced RGL, Div 1 actually.
Shouts out. That was a good season, actually.
That was a good season.
There was actually hitters.
There were some hitters. Dude, Alex.exe got 4th place that season.
Yeah, who did he lose to? Someone?
I think me at some point, actually. I think I actually beat him.
Who won that season?
ODB, actually. ODB won that season.
I like that guy. that guy and, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, after just playing one of those, literally the strongest season of Advanced RGL has ever seen, which is true, by the way, this happened. And I think that at the bare minimum, something like this should prompt an investigation, but do you think it should deserve a retroactive ban?
So the fact that he admitted to it means that he is, he wants to keep playing, like, he has some sort of, like, okay, I messed up. Like, he's admitting that he messed up. And I think if you want to change at something, the first step is realizing that you need to change and that you need to, So he is taking the first step. However, at this time, it's hard to prompt at February 22nd of 2022. is very hard to prompt like an investigation on him if he only plays pugs. If he's playing,
the season like he did this season.
If he's playing the season like he did this season at this time, absolutely, definitely should investigate him. I think he should be investigated now.
Mm-hmm. Check him's computer.
Yeah, check him PC. Yeah, I think investigation needs to be it's same fate for the last subject or the last
subject is fine.
Yeah.
I think what bothers me is that this is an admittance of guilt. You're right. But it's in a very small contained box. It's within the server's appeal channel and that server has like 40 people in it. There isn't a single RGL admin in there. Yeah. There's no RGL officials as far as I know. Or rather, there aren't any RGLs that have like privileges in that server. And if they do, let's be real, guys, they don't check it. People are lazy. They're not going to check this. They're not going to check this this Discord server for any.
It's a volunteer job, so
it is exactly. So you can't really blame them. But it's not really that much of an admittance of guilt if it's not very public. It's not making a thread on TFTV. It's not going on stream and saying, hey, this is how I did it. This is what I do. Yeah. It's like in a very confined spot just to get access to MG servers again and DM to MG his friends. Mm-hmm. That's how I see it. Yeah. At least I think it's a little. It's like the amount of time that's passed, where it was done, and all of this stuff. And I mean, he's not entitled to make a thread. He obviously didn't have to do it because he just wants to get unbanned from MGE. And it's not like I'm sure RGL saw this ban, or if they did, they didn't even give a shit because he never was banned in the first place.
Correct.
I don't know. Again, I think it should prompt an investigation
yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is your old teammate, and you're saying that. You're willing to say that about your old teammate.
Yeah, I like Rick. I think he's a funny guy. I just think he's I don't know. Sometimes I wish you wouldn't do stuff like this because I like Rick. I care about you, Rick. I want you to do better.
It's all about love here, actually, and you know what? And that's what I've said. And you know what? This is our last screenshot of this little mini game. Went a little longer than I expected it to, but that's fine.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about, and we got to talk about it. You won.
I won.
You did it.
I did it.
You finally. The man's.
That brings
did
a smile on my face. I'm cheesing.
Yeah.
I still
look
can't
at
believe
you.
it.
You look all cute right now. You're kind of. Oh, come on, bring out the pearly whites. The
Stop.
pearly whites, man. Beam for the camera. Oh, so cute.
Yeah, I won.
Yeah, Soapy did it. He did the whole G-Dang thing that very few people have done recently.
Yeah.
As if it's like, hey, if you don't play competitive TF2, the same guy that's been winning has been winning for like a decade.
About a decade. Yeah,
with one exception.
Yeah.
Well, two, I guess. Like
now two.
Now
two. Yeah. He lost like a cup. But
we're talking about Banny, by the way. And
yeah.
If you don't
playing an actual season. Mm-hmm. It was season 6 he lost, and it was season 10 he lost, and before that,
ESEA. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he lost. The last time he lost in ESEA was
like season 20. 20.
Yeah,
that was in 2016, guys, and he only lost again in 2021.
Yeah,
that's 5 years, and then
about a year and a half later he lost again,
and then a year and a half later he lost again. So it's only downhill from here, Banny.
Yeah, it is downhill from
He's going to go bald, and yeah, you did the whole G-Dang thing. And the reason why I kind of want to talk about it is because I'm really happy that you did it, because when I played against you in Advanced, I was like, this guy, like, it's okay. I think people like you in Advanced are kind of rare because, like, one, you obviously had, like, the mechanics and whatnot, and but you also had the grind. Like, I feel like he got that dog in him, and very few people, I feel like, especially at TF2, because we don't get paid, we don't have sponsors, we have to. All of these lands are essentially a net loss that we go to, and then it's like unless you're, and that's if you make top 4.
Yeah,
if you win, it's still cutting it tight depending.
Yeah, I got second at both the local host lands. I lost money on that one, like the first local host land. I lost money on the second local host land.
Can you say how much?
Ooh. Flight, yeah. No, I lied. I went $100 positive on the California land.
Okay.
Like 500 or 600 negative on
Money
the Philly
in the bank,
land.
All right.
Like 500 or 600 negative on the Philly land. But I used the land money from Philly land to pay for the expensive for Boston land. The expensive for that land.
Okay.
So I think in total last year I'm probably like net like $800 negative on land.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. The competitive TF2. I say we like I'm in the same chair as you, but like there isn't money in this shit. It's all about passion. It's all about drive. It's I don't know. It's like inspiring stuff because again, the same guy who's won land for as long as he has, like, there's a reason why Banny's the GOAT.
Yeah,
it's because he does. It's his full-time job, and for many people, that's not the case. Well, for everyone, it's not the
case.
He's
the only person.
Yeah. Because he's got a stream, he's got everything. Your stream pops off now when you stream TF2. You get like 140. Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, I think
that's pretty good.
That is good. That is pretty good,
but especially by TF2 standards. Like that's.
I think
top 1% for sure.
I think if I streamed more, I could like make a decent chunk, but like that's the problem. I'm not a streamer. I'll be honest.
No, you don't like it?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm an occasional
like
streamer.
Watching you play. That's what I was gonna say. Is that it's not just that you are like a winner now. It's that you do it in like a unique way. I think it's
I have a little personality.
Yeah. I mean, you're like a wet paper bag, but it's like
okay, that's pretty chill.
You are like a cool player though. Like you're very flashy. I think. Like I don't think you're always doing something new as well. Like you're putting new jumps into maps that have existed for like 15 years.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Thank you.
Like not many people do that.
Thank you.
Like no one wants to put in the grind and the effort for that, and so that's why it's like I think when you see people like Soapy winning, I think you kind of have to like show you got to take a knee, man. Like you got to show your respect a little bit, and not to toot your horn too much here. Don't get too full of yourself. You did lose to me in the past. It was bad too. It was a quick match. It was a 4-0, and on product, you lost to me. Yeah. And anyways,
do you remember when I won invite? You remember that? Do you remember that?
I wasn't in that season.
Yeah,
I would have stopped you.
Yeah.
Cold in your tracks. Probably, actually.
Okay. All right.
I think that it's that when you can still be the best and still be expressive at something, that's really cool. And in TF2, it's where it's not a fighting game. It's not. It's not like. It's kind of a solved game in a lot of ways, where with the comp is 6v6. It is 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, and 2 medics. You have the option to play the other classes.
There's room. I think there's a little room for improvement, but as the years go by, it's
been the same for
narrow nowadays.
It's been the same for a long time. But within our current meta, you are still finding ways to be creative.
Thank you.
And I think that's really cool. And that's why I'm happy that you won. I think that's super, super sick. Not just because you're my friend, but I also think that you deserve the win.
Thank you.
And that's something I want to. I talked to you a little bit about earlier, because you won with your friends.
I did win with my friends.
It was a team win. It was a friend win.
I really couldn't have asked for it to be in a better fashion, because Caps, Bot Mode, Logan, Kobe, Lol Guy, and all my ex teammates, Rakuso, Skis, Zilly, Howard, they're all my friends. I don't know if I would play another season if it weren't for like G6, honestly.
Will you play another season, do you think?
Yeah, if G6 plays, yeah, I'll play.
Okay.
We have been talking about it. It's in the works.
Well, we'll talk more about that in a bit, because I do want to ask you more about that. But
but yes, it's very special that I was able to win with my friends, and I will never take that for granted. The fact that I get to, fly around the country and play tournaments with my friends it's very special to me. And the fact that we won after really working, super hard for about a year now, it's really special. I'm happy it happened.
I think it's inspiring stuff. If you're like an up and coming TF2 player, I think that it is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
If Soapymeister and Caps can win invite, you can too.
Who would have thunk it? I mean, you have to put in the hours. You have to put in the effort. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy, because it's not just like, Froyo Tech was weaker this season. Shit,
I had to play against Jane Habib coming off a world championship. Ash also won a world championship. Artist won an invite. Howard is very good.
Yep.
And so is who am I forgetting? Who's on the team?
I think you said 6, didn't you?
No, I said
Branson.
Yeah, Branson also won invite.
And it was online.
But he won invite for the first time in like
Shouts
not
out.
being on Froyo for so many years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not easy. A lot of people may think of it as like Froyo got third that season. It's not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I beat 3 world champions. Not I, my team.
Yeah.
Unfair to say me because I did not make there's no I in team. It was a team effort. We beat G6 beat 3 world champions and like 5 invite winners. The only person who never won invite on that roster is Howard. And Howard is good enough to play at that level. So.
If you didn't get it this season, like this was probably the best season for you to do it.
Yeah.
I think. Would you guys have kept playing?
I didn't think about that. I never thought about that. No.
You thought it was in the bag from day one?
So I try not to think about next season when I play. It's an actual thing.
Uh-huh.
Because when I think too far in the future, you stop thinking about now, and then you start and you suffer for it. Like you start playing worse because you're thinking about I don't know if we're gonna play next season. You know, and you don't think about that. You don't think about this might be my the last invite match. It very well could have been my last match ever. I could have packed up, but I didn't think about that. Yeah, I thought about get the job done, get it done now.
And this is a lesson for life, not just for TF2.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, it could be soccer.
Yeah,
whatever.
Any sport, any competition.
Yeah, it could be any competition. It could be school.
It could be school. It could be school because guess what? I apply that philosophy to school too.
Yeah, as you should. You can't. Don't think about next semester. Think about it now because damn, dude, your finals are next week and you gotta study.
Yeah, and I almost failed physics this semester, but
shouts out.
I passed.
There you go. Well, and college physics is not easy.
No.
If you're in high school,
get ready.
Yeah, get ready. Get ready because you're going to hate your life.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll join a club and have a good time.
Well, you like physics.
Yeah,
maybe you become a physician.
Maybe you... Physicist.
Physician sounds way cooler.
Physician is like a doctor.
Physics.
Anyways, we played TF2 here.
No. Yeah, I just try not to think about that stuff because I've done it I've done it in the past. I've thought about like, okay, I'm gonna keep the for example, on my first invite team, Morning Light, it was with Sandblast, Alpha Side, Dingo, Asian. I'm missing someone, I think. But point being, I was like, okay, after this match, win or lose, we're gonna stick together. We're gonna play next season. Didn't happen, and we lost the match because I'm not thinking about the match. I'm thinking about like,
sure.
We'll get him next season. If we don't get him this season, we'll get him next season.
Yeah.
I'm on stage land grand finals. We just beat them. I'm referring to the Boston land. We beat them the first 5-0 for you, rolled them. I'm not thinking about if we win this season, I'm done. I'm done if we win that. No, win the season first.
Yeah,
you got to win the season first.
Yeah.
You can't think about the future. You got to win. You win now.
I think, and again, that's just a good mentality to have in general. And so, that being said, if you're not thinking about the future in the moment, you're thinking about the dub now. Do you think that if you didn't get the dub, and so we're
hypothetically,
hypotheticals, yeah. If you didn't get the dub now, you didn't get the dub next season. Maybe you didn't get the dub season after that. Same people.
Yeah.
That's like there's three seasons in a year. That's like a lot of time passing and not getting it. Would you, at that point, maybe it's second place, maybe it's third, who knows? Would you change teams to get the dub eventually if it just wasn't happening?
It depends. There's a lot of teams I could join. Like, let's say I don't think I'm an option for Froyo anymore for Benny.
Benny, why don't you like my mans?
No.
Why don't you like my mans?
No, he's
a sweet boy.
It's completely fair that he doesn't like me. I've maybe
give him another chance, Bannard. He's nice.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The thing is, it depends what offers I'm getting, and it also depends how we lose and in what fashion we're losing in. If we're getting, if we get third place, this next season, and then we get second the next, and there's like as long as you're gradually improving, then there's no reason to stop.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough.
But
fair enough.
if you're second, then third, then fourth. Maybe someone switch something up,
Yeah.
You got to change something.
Fair enough.
You can't just... You can't just do the same thing and expect a different outcome. That's insane.
Do you think so? Do you think that that dog would ever leave you if it's like the ultimate goal is to get the dub, right? Do you think that if it wasn't coming, you'd still be, I'm still hungry, I still got to get it?
TF2 is a game that I don't make money from.
Right.
It's a game that takes a lot of time.
It does.
It's very hard to get good at.
Very hard.
Mm-hmm. And it's very hard to find 6 players. That have the same goal as you. Mm-hmm. I've been so lucky to find those players. But hypothetically, this team never happened. I don't know if after so many attempts, I don't know if I can.
It's hard to say, right?
It's hard to say because you're sacrificing.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
We're talking pretty far into the future here.
Yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make to be good at TF2.
Yeah,
you have to sacrifice your social life,
your time.
You do.
Like it's, we were talking a little bit about this earlier.
Yeah.
Again, scrims are late.
Yeah.
You got class in the morning.
You do have class in the morning.
And it's like if you're it's like invite scrims don't start until 9 EST or 10 EST. Sometimes you don't finish until midnight.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you got to wake up like early. It's like, but
Yeah.
you're still like jazzed up from just playing TF2 or whatever. It's like,
you're not
it affects your sleep. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I've been through this before. Mm-hmm. I was a serial class skipper. If you do it once, you may never go back again.
That's true.
If you do it once, you may never go back again. And here's the thing, okay? I had to make a decision. Sophomore spring semester. Okay. So I was still going to Texas Tech, right? Mm-hmm. I was not going to class, and it was not looking good for me. Mm-hmm. I still wanted to play TF2. Mm-hmm. I just had to bite the bullet. There were some nights I didn't sleep, and I just had the worst sleep schedule. Yeah. There were times where if I had a 9 a.m. economics class, could not miss it.
You're making invite TF2 sound really appealing right now.
Just don't do what I do. All right.
Okay.
Here, I'll be honest. So there were times where I couldn't sleep after like matches or something like that because I'm so jazzed up, or I just make bad decisions. And it's like 4 a.m. and I know that like, okay, I gotta show. I just kept skipping class. I gotta catch up. I gotta I have to show up. I have to get the attendance credit and also have to retain the information. Yeah. So there were some nights where I was just I'm just gonna stay awake, and I did, and I would like just pass out the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fucked my sleep schedule up. But thing is, I went and I did it. Yeah. You have to go. You just have to do it.
Yeah. I think again. Okay. Here's the thing. In my opinion, TF2 is a beautiful game. I don't think there's an FPS like it. If there are cheap imitations of it, like Overwatch, it just can never, ever, ever, ever capture the spirit that TF2 has. I don't think people are willing to say that in TF2 because we're all kind of jaded at this point, and we don't really have that. But it's like, dude, this game is sick. It's a great time. Yeah. And so it's like if you are like an up and coming player and you're young, maybe you're in high school, maybe you're already in college, and you want to be good. Don't be embarrassed by that. Yeah. It's like there is
put the time in. If you enjoy it,
and you can be in a healthy way. Yeah. To be clear, I don't think
don't do what I did.
Yeah. Don't skip class to play TF2.
No, I never. Okay, so let me rephrase this. I never skipped class.
It was just sort of like.
It was just. Yeah. I didn't want to go to class, so I didn't go, and then I dug myself such a deep hole, and because I was screaming so late. Mm-hmm. And I was like pugging super late because I really wanted to win that season.
It's like your aspirations are elsewhere at the time. You're not thinking about getting that A. You're thinking about getting that dub.
Yeah, because I genuinely thought like pretty much like ever since like the start of G6 that we could win. Mm-hmm. There was never like a doubt inside of me. Mm-hmm. So I would like pug super late, and then I'd be like, okay, it's like 3 a.m. I have class at 9. That means if I fall asleep right now, I get 6, and I'm in bed for an hour. Okay, I'll get 5. I may as well just stay up at that point. Yeah. But I was never skipping class to play TF2. I was skipping class because I didn't want to go to class. Right. But I had, I just had to so there were a couple times, like, I only have like once or twice where I had, like, actually pulled on it all-nighters, like, go to class. Mm-hmm. But, thing is, if you really love something, you can make time for it.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed by that. I think that when you're young, it's pretty easy to think that trying at things is cringe. But it's like eventually when you're older, it's like you kind of realize. Yeah. It's like I had this realization when I was like, in my early 20s. I was like, trying is cool. It's like it's cool to be good at things and like putting in the effort.
Cannot knock someone for trying.
No, absolutely not. And again, I think it's like, I mean, we've all been there. We're like, dude, this guy's sweating so hard in this bug or whatever.
It's a cope thing. But deep down, he's better than you because he's trying already.
Exactly. And if you like what you're doing and you're having fun and you're, maintaining a healthy lifestyle and you're able to fit TF2 within it, don't be embarrassed by playing for pride.
Yeah.
I think that there's nothing wrong with that. It's first of all,
who's gonna tell you no?
Yeah, right. It's it's like what other TF2 players that are doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
and it's like they might not want to admit it to themselves that
but
they are, and they are trying. Everyone wants. It's not like you don't go into that server to get 5-0'd. You go in there to collect the dub.
5-0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it's like, and you might, I'm just on a friend team. I'm not really scrimming. I'm just trying to vibe, and it's like.
But the friend team never works because what happens is someone gets mad, and then you can start cutting players, and then you're playing to win.
And suddenly you're playing to win, and it's like, and it's not a friend team anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it happened with 20ZC. I love those guys, but friend teams just don't work. I don't think. I don't know. It's just like, yeah. I don't know. I think the reason, honestly, that I have the drive that I do is because I got into TF2 so young, and some of my favorite memories were watching I-Series. Watching I-55, watching I-52.
It's like I want to be Lansky.
Yeah,
you're just like I
want to be Blaze.
I want to be Blaze. That guy's so cool. Yeah. He's cool, and that was another thing too. Is like, shouts out again, but Tag, he or they. I'm sorry, they have really cool YouTube videos that like got me into TF2, that are very like the camaraderie.
I think it's
all these people have together. It's like they're friends or seemingly friends at the time, and you're like, what if I was winning and what if I was with my friends too doing this stuff? And you did that, which is super cool. And you can do it too. Maybe.
You can.
Maybe. Yeah. There is hope. Never give up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've been going for ages.
Yeah, we have.
For ages. And so to end this, I wanted to give you a gift.
Oh.
Because as of recording this, it is December 26th. Day after Christmas, so in the Christmas spirit, I got you a little gift, and also kind of as a belated congratulations for winning as well, but it's mainly for Christmas. And wait, let me make sure this is the right one. Hold on.
Yeah, I was wondering why there were presents on the table.
They're not all for you, so don't.
Oh, okay.
But this one's for you, and it's from me.
Okay. Would you like to hold this?
Yes. Yeah. Go for
it. You wrapped it with duct tape.
Leo wrapped it.
Let's take a look.
Leo,
I know what this is. I hate you. I actually hate you. I hate you. I actually hate you for taking this picture. I will.
Can you get up and show the camera?
I can.
Yeah, take that with you, if you can. Just
let me provide some context here before we begin. So this picture was taken at localhost Philadelphia, hosted by
good LAN.
Hosted by Grant Vincent. It's a localhost fan.
You did a good job, Grant. Just choose a different city next time.
Yeah, you did do a good job, Grant. So, this picture was taken. Dippy was like, "Hey, let's take a picture together." I was like, "Okay."
I wanted to get a picture.
Yeah, you wanted to get a picture of me because we've been, we're friends, and we don't get to see each other super often because we're online friends.
Yeah.
So, I was under the assumption that it was just me, a normal picture. However, you're a little snake.
Yeah, go for it. Right. And so you'll see this on screen right now. I'll edit it in.
This is the picture he took of me, and he's using.
So as you can see,
a Snapchat filter.
So as you can see, Soapy has actually your hair plugs look great. the RGL winnings have gone to good use.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, hey guys, male pattern baldness is not anything to be afraid of. There is hope.
So this podcast is actually sponsored by Keeps.
Sponsored by. Can't actually legally say. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is our first episode of this shiz. I feel like it might have gone on forever. It might sound like poop. It might look like poop.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey. And you know what? Maybe someday we'll be doing the podcasting equivalent or interviewing equivalent of winning RGL TF2 Advanced. I guess we'll find out. See us in 2 years if we're still doing this thing. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
See you.